Hey, it's the Crypto Goon, and shout out to all my crypto goons for pulling up once again. Make money on XRP when it goes down, or any cryptocurrency for that matter. Let's talk about it. So right now, what we're looking at is the chart of XRP. Now, yesterday, or my previous video on XRP, when I did a forecast of XRP, I talked about that XRP was most likely going to come into this area and then it was going to turn around. Let's run that tape. Break up right here to come from, we may have a pullback like this and then followed by a move up into the $5 range like that. Okay, so the majority of people in cryptocurrency, especially ones that are trading XRP, are not making that much money right now because XRP is trapped in a range, which is also known as a triangle pattern, and has pretty much, for the most part, been going sideways. Now, what we're looking at is the daily chart. So for me, I have a cryptocurrency business that is self-sustaining. I do not use my other forms of income, like the money that comes from my other YouTube channels or the money that comes from my real estate business, to purchase cryptocurrency. I use crypto futures to fund my coins and pay for my coins. And with crypto futures, you can make money whether it goes up or down. Okay, so just to show you this XRP trade that I got in late yesterday, as you can see, I am currently up $2,578. Now, on average, I pull in about $10,000 a week from crypto futures, and I use it to buy coins. Okay, so as you can see, my entry was in this area right here, right on top of where the trend line is, a little bit on top right here. Okay, and then I rode the wave down. Okay, so I do this across a bunch of different cryptocurrencies. It depends on whichever ones have the different setups, right? But the whole point of the video is to give you all the idea that if you are someone and you have a 9-to-5 job, for example, or you may have a business and your income is pretty consistent. Let's just say, for example, you make $100,000 a year. Well, on most coins, not all, but most coins, even if you invest or put in six figures, okay, you will not get rich from said cryptocurrency. So currently on the year, for example, XRP is up 462%. So if you would have to put in $100,000 a year ago, well, you would only be up $460,000 plus your original $100,000 investment brings you to $500,000. That is great, but you still are not rich. Okay, $500,000 can barely buy a home in America, in most places, right? The median home price is $460,000. Now, don't get me wrong, $500,000 is damn good, okay? But the majority of people that do trade cryptocurrency, because of social media, have this idea they can invest $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, and that it will make them rich. Now, in a coin like XRP, that is not enough money, especially with XRP, being around $2.95 or so. Okay, it will take a lot more money. Now, I know that there's this idea that XRP to $10,000 per coin, or whatever they have that goes viral on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, that these content creators put out. It feeds the general public in reference to these coins, and it's something that we don't know yet, right? But what we do know is what price shows us today, which is something that I take advantage of. Now, I do not day trade. Now, if a trade pans out in the day, cool. But most of my trades are swing trades, right? So something like this, right? This is considered a swing trade. This is several days, or a move that I'm looking for to happen where we come down to at least these lows right here, right? Which will take a couple days. It depends on the volatility in the market. Sometimes we could get a large candle like this, depending on the news, depending on what happens, right? But day trading is a separate skill from swing trading, because with swing trading, you're using higher time frame charts. You're using the daily, the monthly, the weekly, versus day trading, you're using, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe the hourly, right? But it's a lot more risky. Those candles tend to move a lot faster. That's a lot faster price action. And I found that for myself, that's just for myself, I have a higher, win rate when I trade on the higher time frames, because the candles move slower. You can make slower, you can take slower action, right? On slower charts. It's just a lot easier to predict, okay? Especially the higher time frames when you're at the monthly levels, right? The monthly The monthly candles move incredibly slow. So it's like, you know, you have a lot more time to think. But when you're day trading on a 5-minute chart, you know, the 1 minute or the hourly, you don't have much time to think because it moves pretty fast. And that's what messes with people psychologically, right? So I actually have a Discord coming that a lot of people ask me to put together, where I will post all of the trades that I'm looking at every week. You know, we'll have discussions. You know, it'll be a community of people that want to actually build a cryptocurrency business and not be doing this as a side hustle. The reason why most people aren't where they want to be is because they're treating this thing like it is a side hustle and not as a business. Okay, so like I said before, this is self-sustaining. I don't have to take income from somewhere else to buy these coins. There is no limit to the amount of money that you can make from the spot market and from the futures market, but you are limited through your main source of income, your job. If you make $100,000 a year, that is your ceiling, right? After you pay all of your bills every month, after you pay, you know, whatever you need to pay your mortgage, your rent, you are left with only a limited amount of money to purchase coins, okay? And for most people, that amount does not change. I firmly believe that people should be able to be financially free when they are young and not wait until they are retirement age to be considered financially free. There are because of the internet, there are a lot faster ways to do it. So, you know, I don't pay attention to these content creators, because with content creators, it's all about the money, right? If they can go viral, they can make more money. So they're going to put out there, hey, on this date, this time, XRP is going to $10,000. And it never happens, okay? But it's all about the virality of the post, the video, whatever, because they make money from those things, right? On Instagram, if you have viral posts, you know, you can get sponsorships from different crypto companies, right? If you have a viral video on YouTube, right? YouTube pays AdSense. When you see the ads play on the video, the content creator gets paid for that, right? So that's the incentive behind that. Those crazy projections is the amount of money that they can make. The same thing on TikTok. You get a lot of views, you can make decent money, right? But all of that does is affect you emotionally. It actually doesn't help you in the long run with you know, getting these things, right? And again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. We are talking about charting patterns and how the game actually works, okay? I see this in the stock trading communities. You know, people that trade options, they use the options to build the bank to put into ETFs. So that way, when ETFs move, they have larger gains because they are able to make larger deposits into ETFs, okay, or individual stocks for that matter, right? Using the options plays, whether it's a regular options play or options leap, so that they, you know, some of these guys call it, okay. So I just wanted to just bring you all that because it is something that a lot of people look over. They just look over it, right? And again, this thing is a business. You got to take it serious. Those that take it serious, they make real money, right, from this thing. Most people, 99% of people, do not make money from cryptocurrency. People sell at the lows and they buy at the highs because of social media hype, because they don't understand the chart patterns. They don't understand, you know, that you can make money both ways. You don't have to wait for your favorite coin to go up. Now, there are, you know, a variety of people that do catch, you know, coins that, you know, they catch coins before they come super popular and they have these, you know, 100,000% gains on them. That does happen, but it doesn't happen with everyone, right? A lot of people miss that. Once you see it going viral on social media, it is too late, okay? So there's ways you can catch these things before that happens, right? You just got to get in the trenches. That's what these young kids call it. They call it being in the trenches. But again, I just wanted to just show you all this. Show you all that this is possible, that you can create a self-sustaining business. And again, my Discord is coming next week. I don't know what day yet, but I'll drop it in the post section. I'll probably also do a video just showing you all, or giving you all, you know, the headspace that this is very possible. And again, it's the Crypto Goon. Shout out to my goons, the one, never the two. Crypto Goon out.